Hey guys, in today's video, I want to show you how I took this jacket I got from Goodwill. It fits me like it's just draped over, and I love when my jackets open, but as you can see, the back is a bit off, and when it's buttoned to the back, there's all this bulged excess fabric. So I'm going to show you how you can tailor your jacket by just making a few strategic stitches. Now, the best way to tailor your jacket would be to take it in while you have it on. So you want to turn your jacket inside out. Now, as you can see, my jacket has the lining with it, and most jackets come with that, and most jackets also have these dots at the front to the side where you can take that in a little extra. Now, because there is a lining and I want to take it in a bit at that front dot, and the front dot is usually right around the bust area, what you want to do is just take some pins and pull that in a bit to your liking. Once you take in those dots a bit on the sides, on each side, you want to then take your pins and just pin that into place. So I don't want to tell you how much to go in by because everyone is going to have a different amount. I went in about 1/2 inch on each of the dots to give a more close tapered look at the front, and as you can see, it kind of took away already most of it. Once you have your pins, just turn it right side out again and try that on and make sure you're comfortable. As you can see, the dots kind of brought in the sides of my jacket a bit, and I'm comfortable with it even when it's buttoned. As you can see again, it took away most of that bulge to the back. Now it's time for me to tailor the back of this jacket, and to do that I need to take it off. Now that I've dealt with the front dots, I'm going to tackle taking in the jacket from the back. Now my jacket comes with a center seam line, which means it's attached at the back. Now you do not want to take in the lining of your jacket. It is going to cause a very tight, uncomfortable fit. So what you want to do is seam rip open your lining. If you do not have that center stitch line on your jacket, you're going to have to identify the center back of your jacket, draw a line after you have identified it, make a snip in the lining only, and cut open your lining to access your jacket. Once you've done that, we can then move on to adjusting the back. So just go ahead, open out the lining only, and once you've done that, pull the jacket through the opening to access. For those who do not have a center stitch line, you're going to start your marking from the fold of your jacket. You're going to take it in by about 1 inch first. So line up that 1 inch with the fold, or for those that have the stitch line, mark it and line it up with the stitch line. Once you have your 1 inch markings, connect them and make that center seam line that you're going to eventually stitch along. So as you can see here, I'm making all adjustments, pulling it out, making sure nothing is bulged. Once I have my stitch line in order, I'm going to use my pins to give me an idea on whether or not my 1 inch taken is going to be enough, or if it's too much and too tight for me to be able to wear. So using pins gives you a nice gauge. If you want, you can go and create a base stitch and then try it on and see if it's right, and if it's okay, you run a stitch. But I don't really like having to go to the machine so many times. I like when I go to my sewing machine, it's just to run my final stitch. So what you want to do is just take your pins and go along that line that you just created. Once you've done that, you want to go and try on your jacket. Now, when you are pinning along your line, make sure you go all the way up to the collar line. Where your jacket collar is, go all the way up to that line and stop. Once you have successfully pinned all your areas where you want to run your stitch, try your jacket on, make sure that it fits well, and if you're comfortable, just take it to the machine and run along that line. And that's it. As I said earlier, I love wearing my jacket out, but it's nice to see it can still button. Simple little alterations, strategic stitches, and I got my jacket the way I wanted it. No draping look, no bulge of any excess fabric. Everything fit perfectly. So guys, I hope this video helps if you have any ill-fitting jackets, and until next time, deuces.